Is there anything better in this game than doing this? Speed mining, efficiency 5 pick, and a haste 2 beacon? No. The answer is no. There isn't. This is the greatest thing in Minecraft. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode. And today, we're starting things off doing my all-time favourite thing in this game. Speed mining. I love it. Now, despite this being tons of fun, there is a practical purpose for me doing all of this. Where we are now is below the quad witches. So this, eventually, will be my perimeter that's going to go all the way to the sky. But for the moment, there's lots of stone up there. So, you're probably thinking, no, you're not going to dig all that out, are you? You're not going to dig that out. But you'd be right, I'm not going to dig it all out. What I want to do is bomb it from the top with the TNT. With the flying machines and the TNT dupers and all that crazy stuff. But I didn't want to waste these things. These pretty blue things. So what I've decided to do is mine everything out at diamond level, which is still a crazy amount of blocks. But I'm going to do it anyway, because I'm going to be in this world for a while. So I don't mind if this takes a year, I'm going to do it. And then once I've got everything dug out, I can then start bombing from the top with the TNT. So we've got a few pools of water here, as you'll notice. And these are slime chunks. There's a double one here, and just a single one here. And I think there's one over there somewhere, because I keep getting slime spawning. As I mentioned, I really enjoy doing this. Look at all these torches, and I still miss spots like this. So don't worry, you're not going to be watching me dig out a full perimeter all day today. What we're going to do is get back over to the Badlands. But before we do that, let's just have a quick look in these chests. So I started out with my silk touch pick. I got a bit of stone, but then I realised I'm running low on cobble. So I've been stocking up on a bit of cobble with my fortune pick. I've got a couple of shulker boxes full there. And sticks, because, you know, torches. And bad guys killing me. Trying to, anyway. As you can see, I won a few times. Lot of valuables as well. Right, I'm saving all the diamonds, but I still somehow managed by accident to get 40. I was trying not to mine the diamonds, and I got 40 by accident. And then general junk, and tons of redstone and coal as well. And yet, that was an ender chest, but you know, I'm not used to using a fortune pick. I'm an idiot. Okay, so we're not going to be doing this all day today, but I just wanted to let you know what I've been up to. And I think for now, we're just going to get across to the Badlands, and we'll talk about what we're doing today. Oh yeah, and the other thing, I don't actually have a proper way down here yet, so I have to fly out of here like a crazy person. There we go, made it. I wasn't worried. Okay, so we've made it to the Badlands area, and just a couple of things. I picked up another ender chest, and swapped to a silk touch pick, so no more accidents like that, thank you. Okay, so just a quick refresher of what's going on around here. So this is where I've been growing the new nether trees. This is where I've been doing the bone meal to get the fungus to allow me to do that. This thing, automatic bone meal from all the nether wart that I was getting from that. And then over here, I've got my, well, I've got Cubfan's basalt generator that I might actually get done today. This isn't what we're doing today. We're actually going to build a bridge over this section here. So let's get up in the air and see what we're looking at. So down here, all this is going to be ripped out. What I want to do is have this whole place look like it's been devastated by heavy mining. So the civilization that lives here, the recluses, they don't associate with the rest of the world, and they've been getting loads of gold out here because they're like shiny things. Who doesn't? What I want the story of this area to be is that it's all been completely devastated. They've removed all the natural resources from this area, and it's just going to look like there's nothing here. And then they discovered the nether. So they moved on from this. They obviously still live here, but they've been doing their mining in the nether, which will be from this portal down here. And then up here, this one goes to my gold farm. So what I'm thinking is having a big bridge going across this area down here, having a big tower around this one. So at this side, it's going to be like the wealthy area, so the leaders, and then over here there's going to be like a mining civilization. So these are all people that are told what to do by the guys that live over here. So what I want to try and do is have a mix of styles around here, because obviously initially we're using the resources that are local to this area, and then later on they were using nether stuff. So there's obviously going to be a lot of Blackstone, because you know, Blackstone's awesome. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to build a Blackstone bridge going across here. And then eventually there will be a tower that's going up to that portal. And this one is going to be much bigger. The idea behind that is that they use that to bring stuff through from the nether. And there'll be piles of netherrack and quartz and all the nether gold around here. The plan for down this section is to have this all dug out, and then I want to cover it all with a few layers of glass, which, yeah, no, that's crazy, but it'll be worth it, because if you've ever seen the fog effects with the glass, you know what I'm talking about. It's amazing. There'll be a fog over all of this area, and then rising out of it, I want like basalt spikes. Then the supports from the bridge will also be rising out of that fog as well, and that'll have basalt growing up it and all like the nether stems and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a bit crazy, and I can't wait to get started on it, actually. So I think what I want to do now is start planning out this bridge, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so that is the first section done, and that looks pretty cool to me. Let's just have a fly up here and see what we've got. So yeah, what I was trying to do is not have it too flat, because you see a lot of bridges in Minecraft, they're just 1 or 2 blocks thick, and they look really weedy when you scale them up. So this netherrack here, this isn't staying, this is just what the floor level is going to be, but I haven't decided on what material I'm going to use for that. I think I want to try and keep it a little bit organic and have some of the newer nether blocks in there. So I'm going to have, I think, basalt down the side, and then maybe like the crimson and warp stems in the middle. But we'll get to that. I need to get this bridge built first. So it's quite a few blocks thick, and it's going to be a bit challenging to build right over there, because I need to get under and put these walls on, and it's a bit mad. So to break up the repetitiveness as well, I've broke it down into sections. So there's going to be 5 blocks like this, and then they're going to have these little like wraparounds that go around the bridge and look like it's just to make it look a little bit more steady. So it's going to be a similar sort of thing over here. You just imagine, like, basically like that one over there. So I've got the slab there, yeah. And then the next 5 will start from this block, come out like that. So yeah, I like that design, and I think I'm going to carry that all the way along there now. The only problem is, this is all of the Blackstone I've got. Now, it's pretty easy to get hold of Blackstone in the Nether, so I may have to go do that sooner rather than later. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to jump into a time lapse and build as much as I can with the Blackstone I've got. Let's see how far we can get. Okay, that's looking pretty good to me. I managed to get the whole design copied all the way across the bridge, and it is looking very fancy. Just about had enough Blackstone, so if we just look in this shulker box down here, this is all I've got left. That was it. So that went pretty well. I had just enough to get the initial bit done. Now obviously there's a lot more to do. I'm going to need a lot more Blackstone, and I've still got a few placeholder blocks in here that I need to get rid of. This terracotta in the side needs taking out, and I need to put some slabs in there just to fill up these gaps, because you can see them from the outside. So I'm definitely going to need to go back to the nether. I'm going to go to the nether now, and I've got a couple of shulker boxes in my ender chest, so I'll take these and we'll see what we can get. Okay, so we're back from the nether, and as you saw from that little clip, on the first vein of Blackstone that I found, I managed to get an ancient debris. So yeah, that was my plan. When I went to get the Blackstone, I know you can get it at any height in the nether, but I mined low down where you get the ancient debris from. I thought, by chance, I might get a couple. As it happened, I only got the one, but it's better than nothing when I wasn't even looking for it. So, as far as the Blackstone goes, I managed to fill up a full shulker box. So this, I hope, will be plenty. I should be able to get the rest of it done with this. So I've done a couple of other things. I don't know if you noticed, but I moved this. That's not really significant though. And I actually got this set up as well, so I can start getting a little bit of basalt. So I've got the minecart hoppers going underneath now, and I haven't got the beacon set up yet, so it's a little bit slow, but I've spent a few minutes here and I've got this much so far, so that's going pretty well. Because the design I've come up with on here, because I said I was going to do it like kind of organic, but the problem I've got with that is the two sides of the bridge are going to have quite different styles, so the bridge itself does need to be quite neutral. So what I've come up with a design that's mainly just Blackstone and the basalt, and then that should work with having more of an organic style at this side, and then like the big quartz Blackstone tower type things at this side. So as you can see, I've added in the shroom lights because that is part of the design. I'm also going to need to add another block in at this level because I'm going to be placing basalt facing down. But to do that, obviously I need another block above these because the basalt is actually going to be sat at this height, but obviously not there. So let's just go through everything I'm going to do now, because after I've explained this, I am going to jump into time lapse and hopefully get all of this finished. Under here, you can see these netherrack, that they're going to have slabs placed, so I'm going to have to put another little temporary bridge under there so I can reach all of that. There's going to be walls in between, and then you see these basalt spikes here. These are where I've marked out the supports for the bridge are going to go. So these are all going to be Blackstone, about, I think, 5 wide. Yeah, so I'm going to have 5 wide support going up to the bridge, and then it's going to like tie into it and into this side part as well. So I've got 4 of those marked out, 1 up there, and then another 3 down here. And then after that, it is just doing the final design on the top, and we should be done. So I think no time like the present. I'm going to jump into another time lapse and get this bridge finished. And there we are, that is the bridge complete. But before we talk about this, can we just take a moment to recognise that I am stood on top of this wall. And I landed on it from flying. And I wasn't recording. Not happy. I'm going to have to do it again now, aren't I? Let's give it another go. Which one should we go for? Let's go for the same one. I'm going to do it. No. Fail. Never mind. Anyway, let's look at this beautiful bridge. So this has turned out very well. I like the shape of this. I think it's looking really good. I've got a few netherite blocks here that I need to get rid of. But the design I went for on the top, really like it. I think I'm going to continue this on both sides because this works really well as a road. And it's a bit of a departure from me. I'm normally the sort of person that likes to do the roughed up kind of roads, all the block variation. I don't normally do patterns, but I like this. I think this has worked really well, so I've pushed myself to do something a little bit different, and I think it's gone quite well. So, let's talk about a little bit of criticism. I know people are going to say, these supports, they're not great. I know. They look a little bit weedy compared to what we've got going on up here, and that is kind of intentional, and partly an accident, because when I designed it, I did this in a creative world, and it was nowhere near as tall as this. I think I did the floor level like there. So these looked pretty good just being that size. So I think I might extend those down. But the other reason I've done them like this is I don't know exactly where I'm going to put the fog, at what height. So a lot of these might be cut off. What are you doing? Thank you. So the glass may be at this level and maybe here. So I will do some tweaking on these once I eventually get all the fog in. But for now, I think it looks pretty good. So I'm going to leave it as it is for the moment. And the other obvious question is, why does it just stop like this? Well, because I wasn't intending to have this extend any further. This was going to be either a step down or like a slope and then have the ground built up, something like that. But I think what I want to do is have this extend a lot further and this be like a road, like a raised road that goes, I don't know, a little bit down that way. And then what that'll help me do is tie in the fact that this is supposed to have a different style over this side of the bridge. So there's going to be a lot more of the Blackstone and the Nether type stuff at that side. And this is going to be like a poorer mining area from before they discovered the Nether. So what I can do there is have like little roads going under this bridge. Sorry, under this raised road. And I think that'll look really cool. So I am actually going to extend this a lot further out. But we'll get to that another time because, you know, Blackstone 1.16.2 is just around the corner. So once that comes along, I can start bartering for the Blackstone. So I won't have to go mining anymore. So that'll be great. So I can do it again. No, Phil. And the other thing I wanted to do around these supports as well was make them look a little bit organic. And again, this does depend on where I put the fog level. But I want to have like a lot of basalt around them. Just like growing up. Not like that. So it looks like it's going up the sides. And I think if we did this quite a way up and coming out a little bit, sloping down, I think that could have like a really cool effect there. So I'm definitely going to do this, but as I say, it all depends on where I get this fog. Now, for the colour of the fog, I'm very much undecided on that. The idea is that this area has been devastated by mining. So I don't know if it should be like a neutral colour like grey, or if I should just go for something a bit crazy like red. I suppose that would work with the Nether theme, or the yellow for the gold, something like that. So I'm probably going to test that in a creative world and figure that out. But if you have any suggestions for that, please let me know in the comments. I really appreciate any feedback. And also let me know what you think of the bridge. So I think this is a great start to this area, definitely a good centerpiece. And then once we've got the fog in, I think it should look even better. And there's still a lot more to do. I'm very excited for getting all of these builds in. Like, there's going to be the tower around this side that goes up to the Nether portal. I've got the big Nether portal to put in down here. The mining town around this side. Put in some like old mine shafts from when they were mining down here. And I think this should look really good. I'm really excited to get some more work done on this. But unfortunately, that is going to have to wait until next time. Because it's restart time again. I'm out of time. No more recording. So before the next episode, I'm going to be down here. I'm going to be mining. And I'm going to get as much progress as I can done down here. But if you've enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like. And subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.